Good evening, everybody. How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah. I was just like staring very intently into the camera. I don't know. Like your voice is kind of getting cut out for a second there, but I think it's fine.
Mine was?
Yeah, I just think it's like some sort of maybe like filtering that Discord is doing. Maybe it's like a new setting that is on there that I haven't like messed around with before. I don't know. Like it just like when you were laughing, it like kind of drowned you out a little bit.
I see.
But I don't know. How's it going?
It's going just fine.
Nice.
Been working on the episode that I think I'm going to keep it a secret
till it comes out. Yeah, I think
just up to the point that it's released.
Yeah, I think we should do that kind of stuff more often.
I mean, it's not looking at anything new. In fact, it's looking at old stuff. Just looking at some old games.
Yeah.
And just a specific set of games that falls under a certain criteria. And I think people will think it's fun. It's not like a revolutionary topic or anything, but it's a topic that I think is weirdly undercovered.
Yeah, and that was something that you realized, I guess, even more to the extent of it when you decided to do the episode, I think.
So, I mean, I realized it like several years ago. I started buying a few things that I would need to do the episode, and I just never got around to it. And
we have a whole list of those.
Well, yeah. And then, and then I just finally decided to do it. And I'm like, is it still true that there's just like not a lot of content out there about this? And it's still true. I didn't lose my chance. I don't think anyway. So I think it'll be pretty interesting. So I think people like, I mean, I think it will release like Friday or Saturday, most likely.
Nice.
I've been editing it today, but I've been holding myself to not work on it any later than 8 p.m. any day.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if that gets me to the finish line by Friday or Saturday. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to like if that's the case, then it comes down to like when you're starting for the day too.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I tend to not be the earliest riser. So, I guess I'm holding myself to 8 o'clock, regardless of when I wake up. I mean, not necessarily that I have to work to 8 every day, but no later than 8 every day. But some days, maybe I can get in a little more work if I get going a little quicker. But, it's going pretty well so far. I made good progress today. So
nice. So tonight I'm going to play. It's actually my third week in a row streaming, but it's just because it's just the situation.
You ended up with some cool stuff to play.
Yeah,
what happened?
Exactly. So this game, Steel Assault, like showed up in our email. And I was like, I guess I'll just go ahead and, like redeem the code. And I didn't even look at the game. And I started playing it, and immediately I was like, this is awesome. And
I've seen like I think I looked up a trailer for it afterward. I mean, it does look awesome.
Yes. And a lot of people I think might think, when you first see it, like, oh, it looks like an NES game or something like that. It doesn't. I mean, it's like not even like Super Nintendo-esque. I feel is that it looks very Game Boy Advance like. So, anyways, like I was like, I really want to stream this tonight. Like I just want to play it because the music's awesome and it just like seems like really fun. It's pretty, it's just like pretty simple and laid back. And, it is a 4-3 game completely. So I wonder if I could just I wonder if it would work if I did this. It would work.
The actual resolution, because you said that Tribute Games published this, but they didn't develop.
Right. It was developed by Zenobia Games. So
because so I'm guessing this wouldn't necessarily be true, but let me think. What's the GBA resolution? It's not wood.
Oh, I don't remember.
I determined that Panzer Paladin, which is a game that Tribute Games did develop,
right,
is 180p, which is getting closer to GBA. Gosh, I feel bad. I cannot remember GBA resolution off the top of my head. Let me.
Well, while you're figuring that out, I just started playing.
It's 160p. So Panzer Paladin is a pretty close resolution then.
Right.
It looks like you might be cutting off a little stuff on the left and right.
I mean, I can go back and forth. I can go either way. But I feel like the whole game is 4-3. I might as well just do this.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not cutting off anything too much.
The music is awesome in this game, though. It's by the same music composer as Devil Engine. So I mean, you just got your basic, you got this whip, electrical whip as your weapon. You can do a double jump, and you can also do a slide. But for me, was the zip line, which was not really shown in the trailer at all, but it seems to be a key gameplay element. And there's you have this thing, you shoot grappling hooks out of both sides, but you can shoot at angles and up and down as well. So it becomes you can do stuff like this. And it's almost like Bionic Commando-esque, but not.
Huh.
But this is barely shown in that launch trailer, and I thought that is the most interesting and exciting thing about it.
It does there's definitely more going on than there would be in a GBA game, but it does have that vibe. Maybe a single screen DS game almost or something.
Right. So you're invincible when you slide. So
I always like that.
Yeah. Right.
When you're sliding or dashing or dodging, you're invincible. That's a great mechanic.
And this music is, I think I sent it to you. I sent it to our team too. I was like, this is straight up modern Ys games. So what I think is cool, if you see when I have space on both sides, and then you can latch to both sides.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, you can go kind of fast with it. As long as it has things to grab onto,
I feel this game looks kind of unique. I feel it's kind of got an unfortunate title, because I had to look at the over here at the stream information to get I could not the name of this game does not sink into my head.
Yeah.
It sounds like some Sega Saturn game that never came out over here. It's Japan exclusive, and because there's a lot of those where it's oh, what was that cool looking game that Coury put in a video one time? It was a Saturn game, and I just can't remember what it's called. That's what Steel Assault sounds like to me.
Yeah, it definitely is a very generic sounding name.
Very forgettable name. Yeah. It does look pretty creative and awesome.
I hope that it gets a physical release. It feels like something.
I bet it will. I mean, Tribute did Panzer Paladin with a limited run.
Yeah.
And
they did it with somebody else. Limited run was only a seller for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sure this will get a physical.
Yeah.
Like I don't know about like the Turtles game that they're doing. Is it game like a retail physical or
What is it?
The Turtles game that Tribute's doing?
Oh, I'm sure that'll definitely get a physical at some point.
Like a regular retail. Yeah, I'm sure this is a shoe-in for a physical.
Yeah. I'm fighting Dr. Carla Schmidt, or Lieutenant Carla Schmidt. So, you know, you have these, you know, the boss patterns where I got to get off the floor like this.
Oh, okay. I guess you can only have one rope out at a time.
Correct. Oh, I see. So I can basically just sit there and do it.
Oh,
I don't have to... Oh, I did die, though.
Looked like you got our health down really fast at first, and then it took a while.
That's what... Someone says that, is that a Sonic and Knuckles sound effect that I heard, and I... Like, there definitely feels like there is definitely some sound effects from other games in here. What is kind of interesting is the game does have an FM synth music option. That sounds pretty good.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I wonder what the intent of that going for like the FM stylings are.
I don't know.
Like, because I still don't really know like what is like what style is this really going for specifically? Like you say, like GBA or like
I guess you can just
DS or something. So I don't know if like FM makes a lot of sense for that. Wow, you got really fast that time.
Yeah. I have a feeling that if you have enough health, you can probably just spam them. See, of course, this is quite a bit more graphically impressive, this level here.
I saw some people talking about Metroid Dread, emulated right after it came out. And you were just talking about that before the stream, like everywhere is reporting like, oh, like, you can emulate Metroid Dread. And it's like, it just came out.
Yeah.
Like, wait a little bit. I have not started it yet. I picked it up on Friday. I'll probably end up starting it Tuesday at this rate, because I'm just trying to finish Great Ace Attorney Adventures, which I did last night.
Is there a way I can do this better?
I want to finish that first. So look at those reflections. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't want to know anything about it. But like I boot up my Switch on Friday evening, and like, the first 8 people on my friend list were all playing Metroid Dread.
Naturally, I started it. I played it a bit on Friday. I ended up getting an OLED Switch because like I had I put the bare minimum effort to get a pre-order, and I was able to get one, so I just went ahead with it. And I didn't get to play it very much because I guess I didn't play play Dread very much that day, because it just takes a while to get everything like switched over to a new system. Like longer than I expected, I guess, because you did not do a system.
I
didn't do a system transfer because I want my kids to be able to use my old one, and I want to
really like I can really understand like much more like getting a Switch OLED in your situation because it's like, oh, you know, your kids can use it. Like,
yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah, so, but you know, I was thinking, oh, I'll just add this system to like, you know, my account or whatever, and then I had to figure out how the whole primary system works. You know, because you have a primary and a secondary system, and you can't have one system has to be online at all times to play your downloadable games, which, you know, is fine. I mean, PS2 or PS4 is like that, and PS2 is like that, whatever.
Wait, what do you mean one system has to be online?
If you're playing digital games, like one of the systems has to be able to like check in online to make sure that it's like that it's able to.
So you're playing to keep the other one offline?
Well, no, I just want my OLED, which is going to become my main system, to be able to be played offline. So I had to make that my primary Switch. So
you're
only
playing on that right now, I guess.
Yes. So your what did I just do? Did I just like hit something? I paused the game and then.
Oh, you went to return to the title screen.
Oh, at least I can start right there.
I saw it go down really quickly right before.
Okay, at least I'm not too far behind then. Yes, your primary Switch can be, you know, it doesn't have to be connected to the internet to play your downloadable games. But anything that's not that it has your account on it, absolutely needs to. Absolutely, it needs to be online. I mean,
Nice.
And you know, it's not exactly super convenient, you know, but PS4 is like that too, so it is what it is. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I was expecting, like, once you did that, I'd just be able to take my SD card and put it in my new system, and then I could, like, you know, re-download the stuff on the old system. And you can't do that at all. I had to re-download everything and re-go through, like, all of my different, like, the games that have been, like, download all my new patches and stuff and re-put in, you know, insert the games and stuff like that. Because, you know, I tried to, like, download the patches if I can. Jeez.
The font for that Mastodon Crusher there is like 100% GBA. There was a $2 super chat from Jonathan Henson. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Saying, what's up, fellas?
Oh.
Well, I guess kind of what we've been talking about.
You're looking at it.
Yeah, that's it. And there was also $10 from Kurt Mack. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Saying funny. Oops, scroll down. Funny story. I drove across town this morning to pick up my special edition of Metroid Dread at Best Buy, only to find out the email I got was just for the decals, not the actual game. What?
From Best Buy, probably. Yes,
So,
I've had that happen. It's like these stupid decals. I don't know.
So was there a delay on the special editions coming in or something?
No, I think that it was just hard to find. It just like sold out a lot. It sold out, you know, like everywhere.
Huh. Yeah, I just got the regular edition. Like I don't like steelbooks that much most of the time. So I kind of just prefer regular cases, honestly. Like there have been a few there's several PS3 steelbook or PS4 steelbooks that are actually pretty cool, I think. There's like this like mushroom cloud in the background of that game over screen. But I lost my train of thought there. What was I talking about?
Oh, the decals. We're talking about the decals.
Oh, yeah, well, and the steel books in general. Like, I really liked the steel book that came with Persona 5 a lot. That was a pretty good steel book.
Oh yeah.
I've also got like Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, well, essentially like games that are you're forced to essentially get the Steelbook, I guess. You know, the ones
those are actually done pretty well. Like I like the ones that like don't really feel metallic. It's like not super metallic feeling on the outside. Like they feel like they aren't going to scratch so badly. You know what I mean? Like I'm not sure how to describe the feel. I mean, I guess they're metal or metal adjacent.
Jeez. I don't know how I'm supposed to like dodge that. I wonder if I could jump over them. Yeah, I don't mind Steelbooks.
Like a health recovery?
There was one right before. I was fighting that guy, but that's it.
Paul Bergkamp says, I think the last Steelbook I got was Final Fantasy 12. That was the first Steelbook I got. And I kind of regretted it. Because, like, the disc is, like, super hard to get out of the case. Like, it always feels like it's like I'm going to bend it too far and it's going to snap or something. And there's also like a DVD disc under it. So it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of a pain, I think. And, like, I don't know, like, it's in pretty good shape, I guess, but I you know, it probably has a couple of little scratches on it. Like, I kind of wish I just got the regular one.
I thought I could jump over him.
Like, dodging his, like, dash seems pretty easy, but dodging the laser seems tough. But if you stay behind him...
I can jump. I can jump over it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, come on. Whew. There we go. You got him.
Nice. Is this only on...
It's on Switch and Steam.
That seems to happen a lot.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, these sort of like, I can't think of enough. Well, I think Panzer Paladin was that way. Where like, I don't know if it's on PS4 now, but like a lot of times it seems like some of these like, you know, sort of retro-y games end up only being on Switch and Steam, and then like later they might come to PS4.
Right. I mean, it probably makes the most sense for them for some reason. Jeez, these things.
Yeah, I mean, I think these kinds of games surely do very well on Switch. Right? This kind of feels like getting to the top of the waterfall on Contra.
Yeah, right?
Like, what's this thing going to be?
Can I run up? Oh, I can probably just do this. See, I just think the grappling hook is such a cool gameplay element that I don't know why they didn't push it more in the trailer.
Kenneth Cummings, I did not get an OLED Switch, but Coury is playing on one right now.
Yeah. Not that you'd ever know.
I have no intention to get one unless, like, the Switch 2 or the Super Switch or, whatever the actual successor is.
Right.
If for some reason it's not compatible with Switch game cards, then I'll get a Switch OLED.
Yeah, and you might...
Or if it has like a crappy screen or something, the Switch OLED screen is better somehow or something, then I'll get a Switch OLED. But like right now, I don't really see a reason to, for me personally.
Right. And, you might find that, at some point in the future that you'll be like, oh, here's one for like a good price. I guess I'll just get one because you never know. Never know when you might need it.
What's my opinion on Stranger of Paradise? You know, I actually booted up the second demo last night because I thought like it was. I just figured it was going to be, you know, a new area or something. It was the same area as the first demo, so I was like, oh. I mean, and to be fair, I only played like 20-30 minutes of the first demo. I had not played much of it. But honestly, I mean, I think there's some interesting stuff going on in it. I like the idea that you like kind of build your own combos essentially. Like you like collect moves for your inventory, but instead of it just being like your usual like Devil May Cry, like, you know, square triangle is this, square triangle is this, square triangle is this, you know, you choose, you decide like what move you want to be square triangle, square triangle, square triangle, or whatever, you know. I really like that idea. I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty good game, assuming they can get like the frame rate decent, because right now it's pretty bad. Like it really feels like it looks, feels, plays. Well, I wouldn't not necessarily play.
Yeah,
like, it just has that a very like 2008 vibe to it, you know. Either like a super late PS2 game or a really early, relatively early PS3, 360 game, early Unreal 3 type of game, sort of vibe to it. But
Decay Chain.
I mean, I think it's gonna be a pretty good game, but like, yeah, the characters are just like, what are they even thinking?
I had no idea there was even story text happening at the bottom of the screen throughout the entire game. Has that always been there?
I feel like that's new to this level. That lady talking to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't there before. I'm pretty sure I didn't see that on the other levels.
How can I not?
What was she voiced or just?
No, it's just text. How do I make this jump? Do I have to go like this? Okay.
Rocket Knight Adventures? I don't know if I would make that comparison necessarily, but I mean, you know, in terms of looking like a pretty awesome action game, I guess they both have that in common.
I saw someone
say a lot of rain in this game. Like,
yeah,
is there like, is the rain part of the story for some reason, or is it just there?
Oh, dead. Maybe not. Would have got a shield though.
I mean, it gives me more like a Mega Man like Zero vibe more than anything.
Yeah, I could see that too. I can definitely see that.
Or maybe, you know, Mega Man ZX or whatever. I've
which would also go hand in hand with it feeling like a GBA game.
Exactly. Yeah. I've not played the ZX games aside from just like booting up my Zero ZX collection, but they look kind of neat. I like the Zero games for the most part. I did not like 2, which I want to say I remember when I brought that up in the stream sometime before. Someone was very surprised. They were like, 2's my favorite. I did not like it. It had, you know, it had a grappling hook mechanic in it.
Oh.
That I did not like. I didn't like how it worked. It felt bad to me. I could not play. I could not use that grappling hook very well. That was the biggest problem with it to me. But I kind of like the first game the best because it kind of
look at this
structure.
Look at this. That's kind of cool.
Oh, looks like Iridian.
Yeah, right.
3D. You know, I was looking at the video that Digital Foundry did on the PS5 version of The Tourist.
Oh yeah, is that the one that's like 8K or whatever?
Well, it renders internally at 8K, but like, you know, the system, even though it's on the box, the system like cannot presently output it at 8K.
Right.
And I was just watching the video, and I guess the Shinen, I don't know how you say the developer's name.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Like they were the ones that did Iridian. I guess Iridian and Iridian 3D. John was saying they have like their roots in like the European like demo scene.
Right.
So they're like really hardcore into like pulling off like very surprising technical feats.
Right. This is cool. So, like check it out. So look at this. The
conveyor.
The conveyor belt, like it works. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty unique. I mean,
It is. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you for sure this game is right up my alley.
Got me clenching the controller though. You know what I mean? Where it's like you're making these.
You're pressing the buttons harder than you need to, just because.
Yeah. I saw someone say earlier that they wanted to have, they felt like having Skyline, and I had Skyline for dinner tonight. I had a Cholito.
Cholito?
Yeah, it's essentially the easiest thing you could think of, and it's like, it's Skyline chili in a burrito wrap.
Oh, but wait, when you say it's the easiest thing you can think
it's like such a basic thing.
Right. Well, that made me think like, oh, did you like have to construct it yourself?
No. It's like a wrap. It's like a chili wrap, in a way. That's a good way to think of it, I guess.
A Cholito.
A Cholito.
I'll have to give my mom that idea, because the past couple of years she's been into making Cincinnati chili.
That's right, because you brought back a can of it, or a couple of cans when you were here one time. You brought some Dixie chili.
Yeah, I did. I brought back some cans, and that kind of like reawokened her love of it, and she looked up recipes, and she's been making it for a couple of years now. She'll make up like a big batch of it and like freeze some for later. Send some home with me.
Oh, I'm supposed to destroy this thing. That probably would help.
A Cholito. Yeah, that sounds. Does it have like pasta in it, or like?
You can get ones with spaghetti in it. Yeah.
Interesting. Sounds pretty good.
And that thing's exploded. That's kind of cool. Look at this guy. His laugh. Oh, it's just a hologram.
I feel like this.
Major Clayton Harris.
This is giving me. Give me vibes of level 3 and Contra Hardcore, with like the hologram bosses. Like the third, well, I guess it doesn't have to be the third level in Contra Hardcore. What's his name? Neumann Kincaid?
What? Oh, and
Contra Hardcore.
Oh, I don't know.
The legs on those bombs.
Oh, did I get him? Or is that just one part of the boss? Oh, I was afraid of it. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did it.
Oh, okay.
It's like the B to skip cutscene comes up before anything else. It's like, yes, you can skip it if you want to. Just press B. Because there's going to be a cutscene.
Are you sure it's not coming up because you're like pressing a button or something? Because I've seen some games do that where like if you press a button during a cutscene, then it brings up a prompt for the button that you do use to skip a cutscene.
Right. No, I wasn't even touching anything. I like that it has his face, in the background, but also like his little portrait down in the corner.
I never really learned to play Fang in Contra Hardcore. Really, the only character that I've like played extensively is Sheena. Brantley seems interesting, but really, really different.
Heart of Concrete.
She is just easy to use.
Oh, we got another turret. Yes, we do. Look at this, man. The turret is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It just looks cool.
It looks like
I think this game is on sale right now. I have no idea how much it sells for. Can you check on that? Because like by the time
is it brand new?
Yeah, and I think it's like it has like a launch day or like a launch week price, kind of like what Tetris Effect is doing right now.
Okay, I'll take a look. What about Metal Slug time?
I will fix the boat. The music is great in this. Oh, look at these. These things are like, these platforms are like, look like, almost like sprite rips from Mega Man X, from the Storm Eagle stage.
Oh, those. Yeah. I had to look at the name again. Like, this game looks awesome, but I cannot remember its name to save my life.
Steel Assault. It should be just like on the new releases, because I'm pretty sure
it's like $1.50 off.
Oh, okay.
It's 10% off. Normal price is only $15 though, so that's quite nice.
And definitely saw some slowdown there. Some frame rate drops. What's really weird is the tutorial mode. Like the frame rate is super low for I have no idea why.
Really?
It's like it runs at like
normal game is fine.
Yeah, but the tutorial mode is 30 for some reason.
Really? That's according to the description on the
I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear the music very well. But yes, the music is great in this game.
I mean, again, this is very Contra vibes, like attacking enemies, grabbing onto the bottom of a flying vehicle. I like the whirly blades on those those flying like scorpion things. They look like something would be like in Final Fantasy VII.
You're gonna hear the pilots scream when they die too. Come on, come here. There.
It's really insane that the game is $199 on Humble.
Oh, okay.
If you're into the PC version.
If the music's too loud now, let me know. I don't know if I'm drowning out our voices.
Kind of looks like Dr. Light.
Yeah.
It looks like he's supposed to be like a more like sort of realistic art style Dr. Light.
So I'm wondering what, like, I have no idea what the general consensus is of for Metroid.
I don't want to know. I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
I don't either. Like, I'm not really too interested. As someone who never finished Samus Returns, mainly because I did. Like the parrying stuff like annoyed me a bit. It feels less prominent in this, like more optional, I guess. When it felt like maybe it was
pretty critical of that, which I think I've said before. Like I really liked Samus Returns, and I think it is a little divisive. So I guess I don't really care what people think about Metroid Dread, but I really don't want to. I really don't want to know what people think. But. I really did. I normally don't really go for like counter type stuff too much in games. But I really liked how it worked in Metroid. That's just so I'll be curious how it works in this. Whether it's is required or not. But I'm looking forward to starting it. I'm going to start Fatal Frame 2 on the Backloggery stream tomorrow night.
Oh.
So probably not have a chance to start Metroid until Tuesday. Unless, I don't know. I could see myself maybe starting it after the Backloggery stream tomorrow. We'll see.
Yeah. The game is a little bit blurry. Like I turned off the filtering, and this is the best you can do.
Oh really? I thought it might have just been compression.
No.
Do you think?
Like,
I wonder if it's designed.
Like there's there's like really blurry. But there's a decent CRT filter. It looks pretty good like that.
I wonder if it's probably designed for
that
like
looks terrible.
720p or something.
Like that looks. It's possible.
I bet it's designed for 720p and then just,
Yeah, but like that looks... I mean, everything all stacked up like that looks pretty good. Except for like this might... I bet this doesn't look good. No, look at that. Pretty gross.
So it's like, it's normal... Its normal sharpness is like a RetroTink 2X or something.
Yeah.
Just fine, but would be nice that, the reason I thought the 180p was so interesting of an idea for Panzer Paladin was because, let me do my calculator. So 720 divided by 180 is 4, and 1080 divided by 180 is 6. So so Panzer Paladin is a 4x scale on the screen and a 6x scale direct. Like that's, I think that's a pretty solid argument for building your pixel art around 180p. I think that's a really neat argument.
Almost feels like this can be like a last level. I could be getting close to the last level.
I don't know. This doesn't look like a last level.
There was an elevator though. That's the thing.
It was an elevator, but I don't know. Like it'd be a last level in like Final Fight or something. But
no, we got a airship.
I don't know. This doesn't look like the kind of game that its final level would just be in some office building.
Yeah.
This is not a Sega Genesis. But man, speaking of Sega Genesis, one of the games that is going to be in the new episode was developed by the same studio that did The Tick, which I streamed on our Mr. Marathon. And I wanted to just grab a clip of that game, so I can make that point. And man, like it really struck me how bad the use of the Genesis sound hardware is in that game.
Oh, is it really that bad? I don't know. I've never played it.
It's bad. Oh man. Like I feel like you have probably heard like a lot more bad Genesis sound than I have, because I mostly try to play good games on the system. I feel like you have branched out more, perhaps.
Right.
Man, the sound of that game is so bad. It's so bad. Like I'm sure it's that Gems that you talk about. I'm sure it was. It just like they've got like the 20th Century Fox theme, like done with the drums on the Genesis chip, and it sounds bad. It's so bad.
Oh, I didn't even get to see him get off and get into the airship. I'm just like inside of it suddenly.
That would have been some extra animation, I guess.
Yeah.
This feels like it could be a last level. I'd believe that. This kind of gives me like Bionic Commando Game Boy vibes.
Yeah. And the music's really intense. But yeah, what I was saying about Metroid Dread, I was just surprised. It's really fast. But I was not really expecting it to be fast. I don't really care for the EMMI things that are chasing you.
I mean, that kind of thing sounds like something I would be into, but
yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know too much.
Okay, I'm just saying, like, I think I would be.
I'll talk about it a bit more next week.
Okay, yeah.
Played it.
Yeah. This looks like the last boss. This could be the last boss.
This does look like it could be the last level.
Magnus. Yeah. This looks like it. Oh, there was, I don't know if it's gonna pop up yet. Oh, there it is, okay. It showed up in Streamlabs before it showed up.
Oh yeah, the $5 from Mega X6, thank you. Saying, off topic, I don't buy very many Funkos, but I was out after work today and found a GameStop exclusive Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Funko. Had to get it. You know, I was thinking about this very recently. Like, I have no particular feelings on Funko Pops. Like, I mostly see people say they hate them, but like, I'm just kind of like, I mean, like what you like, man. I don't bother me none if you buy that. But it's nothing that I don't like the design that much, so I would not buy them. But I do not have like strong hatred for them or anything.
I have to do the whole boss.
Like, it's interesting, but I was thinking about that specifically, Mega X6. Like, I was thinking, like, but who is the person that buys these? Because they're everywhere, So, like, it's nice to hear someone say, like, hey, like, I don't buy a lot of these, but I saw this and thought it was cool, so I bought it. Like I never hear that perspective. So it's nice to see someone not just trashing them.
I'm at the sit.
I saw something about like I guess there's like another series that they're making that's like not that like same like big head body proportion, but I assume that's still the main one. Like, you know, one of my local game stores, you know, Video Game World, you know, they have a pretty good amount of shelf space dedicated to them, so they must sell.
Alright. It looks pretty cool when it dies. I like punching him before he's... Come here!
So do you just like punch when you're close to an enemy instead of doing the whip? You know if it's stronger?
It is.
Teen Senpai says the pops are adorable and affordable, especially the Pokemon ones. I didn't even know there were some Pokemon ones. Oof. I can imagine that being a good fit for them.
Last boss is going to take me out the rest of the stream now. Although on the flip side, if I beat him fairly quickly, that's like on a normal, you know, playthrough, like normal difficulty. That's not a long game.
No,
which is totally fine with me.
It's totally fine with me too. I mean if you beat this in an hour, that is sure as heck not going to stop me from spending $30 or whatever on limited run whenever this inevitably happens. But you know, speaking of you know, we were talking about earlier about the Tourist. I swear, I thought the Tourist was in one of Limited Run's E3 presentations, like, you know, last year or something. And I tried Googling, like, Limited Run, the Tourist, and, like, I couldn't find any evidence of that being a thing that was ever announced. So am I just, like, dreaming that? Did that never happen? Like, because I really want that game, I want that game to get a physical, because it seems really cool.
Wait, what is it?
The Tourist.
Oh, yeah, I bet it will happen.
But it's been out a while.
It has been, but I mean, I could see them doing like a native PS5 release of it.
Well, yeah, I mean, that'd be cool, but I mean, the game was a Switch exclusive at first. Or at least console exclusive. It took a while to come to Xbox, and it only recently came to
so it gets pretty tough there. Once you can't touch the floor anymore.
Yeah.
It's okay. This is the kind of thing that we do best. I wish I didn't have to sit through his cutscene every time, though.
Yeah, I do need to get back to Parasite Eve. You know, Drum started Parasite Eve like this past week, and I guess just finished it.
Yeah, it's not a long game.
So he played through it really quickly. I mean, I'm on day 5, so I'm not that far from finishing, but I need to get back to it. Maybe I'll do that after I play through the next one.
I feel like he's like going crazier on me than he normally does.
What?
What do you mean?
Arrow Monada says, speaking of Amazon Warehouse, I just bought the new WarioWare from Amazon Warehouse deals. Popped the cartridge in my Switch today, and it was WWE 2K Battlegrounds. Wait, so are you saying that you didn't look at the cartridge? And did the cartridge have what was the label on the cartridge is my question. Did it, and like, how the heck would that have happened? Someone swapped the sticker. What? And why was this an Amazon Warehouse deal? Like, that's Like I guess I'm just trying to figure out how this happened, because that's like, it's kind of scary to think, like, you know,
Yeah, that's even possible.
What if we have to start worrying about like bootleg Switch games?
Oh. When there's, you can still just go and buy them. I mean, I would stop buying from Amazon if that started happening regularly.
But that was Amazon Warehouse, so maybe it was it like an open box or something?
Maybe, but if it has a different label on it, that's not good.
I'm not sure how it works, but I think return games that are open go to the warehouse. You know, my Super Monkey Ball ended up coming in, and the plastic is broken around the top clasp, so the top clasp won't close on the case. I've been debating whether it's worth my effort to make a fuss about it. What was weird was I got an email from Amazon saying, you know, shipping of this product will be delayed. Please confirm that you still want this product by November 3rd. And of course, I responded right away saying, yeah, I still want it. And then, like, shipped the next day. It's like, would they have not shipped it if I didn't respond? If I was like, oh, this is unacceptable that I can't get this in one day, but then, like, you won't ship it for a month? I don't know. It just seems really weird to me.
There we go. I guess. I mean, at least on this difficulty level, you can just sit there and like spam the attacks, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. I killed him so much quicker. He's like, I got this big battleship now. What do I even do with it? Where do I put this? He built it on his remote island. Oh, look at this! Like straight up, Dr. Hans Light. Funny. Like that's like it's like straight up Dr. Light and roll.
Yeah.
I didn't even think that I could possibly finish this game in less than an hour, and would I even play next?
Yeah. But, you know, like I say, it ain't going to stop me from paying $30 or whatever on Limited Run. I mean, it looks awesome.
Yeah. And there's an arcade mode, and the arcade mode, there's no continues.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, it definitely strikes me as a game that's like, you know, if you really want to get a lot out of it, you know, you want to try to master it.
Yeah.
But I have nothing against short games. But
exactly. I mean, I would prefer. Yeah, that's what I like about this. Is that it stays good. It never wears out its welcome. You know, 5 levels. I'll take it.
Fine price for it.
Yeah.
Especially if you did want to go back and, you know, get more out of it.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, I'd much rather like play shorter games that that last like a couple of days. Like I guess Metroid's like 8 to 9 hours, and that's great. But I mean, I would definitely take sub 4-hour games. They're 100% zero. What's that?
This must have been Kickstarter, crowdfunded, or something.
Yeah. That's that photo.
like the main things that give me all that photo, well, it's gone now, but like her mouth looked really weird, and then like part of his mustache looked like it was like falling off a bit.
It's just said it. You've unlocked the border art.
that opening, that like up in the sky at the beginning, that looks like it felt like it was like gonna be like the Ninja Turtles.
Well, I think that's
like,
what it's supposed to be. Like it was supposed to be, give that kind of impression.
Yeah.
Taro Takahashi. There he is. General Magnus Pierce. So let me show you this tutorial. Like I don't really understand what happened here. But like look at it. I gotta wait for it to come up for you.
Oh yeah, it looks way choppy.
Yeah, I think it's 30 probably.
That's very strange.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to look at.
Did it kind of worry you at first?
No, I didn't even do the tutorial first. I was just surprised that it was like that when I did finally get around to trying it.
Yeah.
Like that sound, there's like one sound effect that sounds like it's from Monster World 4 also.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What's the Sonic and Knuckles sound effect specifically?
It's like the sound of like a shield, or it's like that goes. It's not the shield. It's like a charge up sound. I don't know what makes it in the game though. Like it could be a platform or something like that. Look at it.
What
Normal.
now?
So 54 minutes for a full playthrough on normal, I guess. But if you go to audio and you have the FM Arrange soundtrack, it's pretty cool sounding. Like I don't know if are you even hearing game audio from me?
Very, very little.
I'll turn up a little bit. You can kind of hear what it sounds like. It's pretty good. Might even be better than like the main music.
But is it the same compositions?
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. I'll play with that music next time. All right. So what do I want to play now? Should I stick on the Switch here? We can look through. Like now I've gone through all the. I put everything back on here.
Can you do a games I've never booted now?
Sure. I can do that.
Go to the widescreen scene.
Oh yes. There it is. I mean, obviously, like I played most.
So you've popped all these games into your new Switch.
Well, I just did them because I just did them one after another. So wow. Yeah,
that must have taken a while.
No, not really. I mean, it took. I just did like 10 at a time, and then I like
so
downloaded all.
Every physical game you own?
Physical and digital.
So you did them all, and you've got no sealed ones.
I think there's certain things that I have sealed that I just never got around to doing. Like I imported that like the Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah.
And like I never opened that.
You know, I'm not as consistent with Switch games as I am like PS4 or Xbox games of just like getting them installed, because like it doesn't really, it's not like you really are installing them. I mean, right. You can play a Switch game right away unless you really need to download an update, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't usually pop them in habitually until sometimes I will if I just want to check them out, but usually I don't really put them in until I'm ready to play. You know, you discovered something interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The other day that I like.
Well, as I was doing this,
there's any like implications particularly. Not really. It's just interesting.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just interesting. I think that if you buy a physical game that has a patch available, if you check for a patch for that game, even though the complete game plus patch is like on the cartridge already.
Right. So specifically, you're talking about like you've bought a version of the game that is fully patched.
Yes.
The version on the cartridge is fully patched.
Yeah, like if you buy like an older game from Limited Run, it'll have all the patches on it already.
Right.
But if you take the game out of the system, and you do it like a check for update, it'll still download that patch for the game. Like even though if you try to check for the patch when the cartridge is in the system, it doesn't see any patch. But when you take the cartridge out and you do a check for the patch, it'll download the patch anyways. So there's really no implication at all to it. It's just that you just have that. You could have that data on your SD card taking up space.
Yeah. But do you think you got enough to do
I'm sure, but I was thinking like I should just pop in. I haven't played this at all. I haven't played Curse of the Moon 2.
Oh, really?
No, have you?
Oh, do that.
Have you played it?
Oh yeah.
The second one?
Mm-hmm.
When? You got your copy, I guess, a long time ago. Did you play it co-op?
I did. Well, Drum bought the Steam version.
Oh, okay. I see. Is it pretty good? Does the co-op work well?
I mean, the first one the co-op is new, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the co-op works pretty well. But you can change between a whole bunch of different characters in it.
Yeah. Well, I'll grab that first, and if I feel like sticking with.
I mean, maybe you should just play it.
Maybe I should just play it.
I think you should just play it, maybe. Yeah, there were rumors, I think, before the Switch came out that you were going to be able to that it was going to have space for patches on the game cards, like some writable memory on the game card, but that's not what happened in the end. Although for longevity's sake, it is probably ultimately best that it's not a rewritable ROM on the game cards. A non-rewritable ROM is supposed to be longer lasting, as far as I know.
All right.
Oh yeah, I ordered the PS5 version of the new version of Blood Rain Betrayal. I played that on the PS3 back in the day, and I thought it was good.
I ended up getting the Switch version. Like, I heard that the PS5 version is like, isn't it like rendered in 4K or something? Isn't it like 4K or something like that? Or 1440?
So I didn't even look into it. I just thought, why not?
Yeah.
Why not get the PS5 version? It seems kind of pointless and unnecessary, but I figured I'd just do it. Especially because, I mean, I played it on PS3, so I may as well get it for a PlayStation system.
Does this take place still before the first game?
Yes. Yeah. Which you still haven't. Well, I mean, you've played a little of.
Yeah. The fight that you have with like Zangetsu or whatever is like really hard. And I really should just play it. Maybe I'll play that after I finish Metroid.
It took a little. It took a little. That was kind of a get good moment, I guess.
But I thought that the last game like ended right when the Curse of the Moon, or not Curse of the Moon, but the console one, whatever it was, like.
I mean, honestly, I don't really have a solid idea of how well the stories of these games even fit into the main game.
Yeah.
They may not. But like, so, you know, Dominique is a character who is in the main game.
I need to replay it. I mean, I need to restart it.
Restart it. But then the other characters that are in this, I don't think are characters that are in the main game. The other characters you play as, I think, are all new.
They're still coming out with add-ons for the main game, which is crazy to me.
Recent?
They sent out something saying, like, apologizing for the delay of some mode.
Oh. Wow.
Saying, you know, it's like it's still coming, but you know, things have been a little bit slow. Like, have been moving slowly in the last year or whatever. Dragon Silhouette. Okay, so interesting. So the 2-player can like drop in at any time.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess I kind of forgot that the first game didn't have 2-player.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really obvious to me on the stream, but I mean, this is non-integer scaled, right? With Shimmer, isn't it?
It doesn't.
I'm honestly not seeing it on the stream.
I'm not seeing it either. If I can kill this stupid dog thing, it's gonna kill me. It's like this stupid dog's gonna kill me. There, finally. So I can look. Let me look at the background game. If you watch those clouds going by, the ones that are kind of in the distance there, like I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either, but I feel pretty sure when we played the PC version, unless like it was patched. Because I mean, Integrates is up to now, to my knowledge, has still always had, you know, non-integer, non-interpolated scaling. So I don't know. Maybe...
I mean, you played Blaster Master Zero too, did it? Was it Shimmer in that?
You know what? I didn't see it in either, actually, to tell you the truth. I wonder if it was fixed.
It's possible. I mean, this is looking pretty good to me.
Yeah. Now I'm curious to pop in my cart and see what it looks like.
Well, can you do that right now? I mean, you might as well, right?
I might as well.
Oh, interesting. I can come back to that, I guess, huh? And when I get a different character. I'm gonna die here because of that dog thing. Well, I just think that, you know, they promised a lot, and I think it's really, I appreciate that they're seeing it through, because you know that they're developing stuff for a sequel anyways during it. You know, a lot of the stuff that they're doing at this time is, you know, helping them plan out a sequel.
All right. Oh. Okay, let's take a look here.
I don't know if you saw the photos that I posted on. Oh, I see it. I see it vertically though. Right here, you can see it on that background for sure. Vertically, it's definitely there. so close. I just see you online there. So I've been slowly watching that. I'm sure you've heard of it, like that show on Netflix, the Squid Game.
I've heard that it's like the latest thing everyone's watching, but I don't know much about it.
So I mean, it's kind of like. Do you ever see the movie Battle Royale?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like that. Similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just really funny because I watched like the last several episodes yesterday while I was like working on some stuff, and in like the last 5 minutes, like my cat comes down and like looks at the TV and was like so into whatever, like into like the last 5 minutes of the movie of the show. Like was just like intensely like jumped up on the ottoman and was like staring at the screen, and it's like it was kind of hilarious, like just how like intense she was about it. Like something just about it just like caught her eye.
What Sandy will do that with especially is in Dragon Quest X or Final Fantasy 14, like if I'm idling and there's like other players running around in the area, she loves watching that, and she'll just like sit there on the floor and just like stare at it for minutes on end. And then if like a character moves in a really exciting way, then she'll like sort of chase them about and bark at them. Oh yeah, Sandy does do that with Manny Calvera. That's also one of her favorite games to watch. Jeez. Okay, so I'm going to get up, and you won't be able to hear me very well, but I'm going to get up, get my nose up to my screen here to analyze these pixels.
Do what you do. He's really good at that, and I generally have an idea of what things are, and then I ask him if I'm right. That's our workflow. He's very good with like the numbers and everything like that, and like being to determine that just by looking very like intensely at the screen.
It looks pretty good just in this opening scene.
Yeah,
it was a few screens over where you saw. I mean,
yeah,
nothing is jumping out at me that would suggest that it's.
But when you
totally scaled.
When you get to this area that I'm in, you can. When I go up and down the stairs, you can definitely see it. I don't know if you're gonna try to get there or not.
I want. I mean, I'm gone this far. What controller are you playing with?
I'm just using the 8BitDo Pro 2. Oh, this one.
I would never normally play a game like this with the official Pro controller because the D-pad is not great, but just for testing here, I'm playing with that right now, and it's weird feeling HD rumble in a 8-bit style game.
And there is a lot of rumble in this. I'm noticing every time you attack a handle.
But does it just feel like regular rumble on that? I don't use that controller very much.
I think it feels better because I feel that the HD rumble doesn't really feel like HD rumble. It just feels like it's buzzing compared to like other things.
Okay, so that interesting. So this is so weird. so to me, it looks like this is almost perfect. Then there's like 2 or 3 lines in the
right.
in like the top half, somewhere in the top half of the screen, like relatively close together, that are out of whack. But like the bottom of the screen looks perfect as I'm like going up and down this stairway. But like the bottom half of the screen looks perfect. That is really strange.
But if you know, let's say people are talking about Squid Game, and it was, I enjoyed it a lot, and I really love Battle Royale. Like, I love the movie a lot. But man, like the show was just so stressful. That I had a real hard time with it. It was just so stressful. And I understand. I realize that that's kind of the point. But man, it was definitely super stressful.
On the Switch screen itself, it looks
Like it's
kind of the same. So I wonder if it's it might be 720p upscaled to 1080p. Because it's the same situation where like the only uneven stuff is in like the top portion of the screen. It's really strange. Really strange.
There was $4.99 from Chill Rhino, asking Chill Rhino asking, is there any way to turn on your Switch with an 8BitDo controller? And there is not. Definitely a bummer. I
never really use that 8BitDo Pro controller. Like I guess I felt like the D-pad was never quite good enough, and I know that the Switch Pro controller D-pad's even worse, but you know, I like the Switch Pro controller for like most games, and so like using the D-pad in it a little bit isn't that bad. But then if I am playing like a game where it's mostly all about the D-pad, I just use the Super Nintendo, official Super Nintendo controller if it's a possibility. But you can't turn on your Switch with that either. But
no.
I actually kind of put that controller along with my Bluetooth M30 controller in a bag with some longer USB-C cables on them, and I kind of just decided, like, if I'm going to use them going forward, I'm just going to use them wired, because I was having some trouble getting them to connect properly to like the Mister and the Switch and stuff. So, and if I'm going to use them wired, like they're not something that I use ultra often anyway, so it's not that big of a deal to just get them out and use them wired. So I just I put them in a bag with a cable, a long enough cable to actually use as like a 9-foot cable or something, USB-C cable.
Oh, is this? Do we got some like Shovel Knight? Yeah, I guess it's kind of some DuckTales slash.
I need to switch back to YouTube on my TV here.
Dominique, she has a spear, and you can use it like in DuckTales.
Oh, okay.
Or Shovel Knight, whichever you prefer. Well, the thing that's made Squid Game so stressful for me was just like this anticipation. Yeah.
I actually don't have Netflix right now, so
Really?
I need to resub at some point. Yeah, I mean, you know, even at times where I was like not watching it that much, like I have generally
Just kept
my
it.
subscription up just out of like forgetfulness or just the idea that I like that it's there.
Yeah.
That I could watch it. But
It's easy to not cancel it than it is to like.
Yeah.
Then to pay attention to something when you need to.
I was
Oh.
like earlier this year, I was just like, I don't think I'm going to be likely using this for at least a little while. And well, I think the thing was I subscribed to Disney Plus for a little while, which is way cheaper than Netflix anyway. But
they have like a lot.
I was just
less
like, well, you know,
stuff. They have a lot less varied stuff.
Absolutely, but I just thought, well, you know, if I'm going to get anything out of Disney Plus, I may as well just like save some money and not have Netflix for now. Do what I want with Disney Plus, unsubscribe from that, and then when I need Netflix again, I'll get it again.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it soon. I don't know. Because I did unsubscribe from Disney Plus, and I was planning on. I was planning on resubscribing when there was like 2 or 3 Marvel movies to catch up on.
Right.
But for now, I kind of didn't think there was a.
I'm surprised you're not like at least watching Mandalorian.
You know, I almost watched that before unsubscribing, but I just didn't. I'll watch it someday.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it.
The way it works out with me is, I mean, just like with so many different people in the house, you can't just you feel that
rid of one.
You can't just get rid of one, I guess.
Yeah.
Because everyone like has different things that they want to watch.
Yeah, that.
And the way it works out is that I mean, my wife watches like a lot of like I don't know. She watches a lot of shows, like not like really, I don't know, like a bunch of different stuff I had no idea, like it would never even pop up on my suggestions ever. But for instance, we get like a discount on certain things like with like my cell phone plan. So that's like we got like Disney Plus for a year for free, like with my cell phone plan, and only just started paying for it.
Yeah, or Monado. That was actually the last thing I really did on my Disney Plus, my first Disney Plus subscription, which I did just a few months ago, was watch the DuckTales reboot, which was amazing. I loved it way more than I expected to. I was hooked pretty immediately, and just watched the whole thing. Like I was just watching like 2 to 6 episodes an evening. It was pretty darn good.
It's gonna come through or not.
Whoa!
Hang on, let me make sure that was not. Let me make sure. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because it didn't come up in the super chat.
It's not a super chat, I guess.
It was not. Jeez.
Wow.
$100 from Jigfor Jones.
Jigfor Jones.
Dang. Thank you.
Thank you, Jigfor Jones.
And just saying, I've been watching your content for years. Thanks for everything you do.
Well,
dang. Thank you. Thank you.
You do. Here, I'll have Sandy do a little jig for Jones.
Dang. Thank you.
Will you do a jig for Jones, Sandy? Jig for Jones? Well, thank you, Jig for Jones.
Dang, thank you.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Sandy's gig for $100. Well, we've been like looking at potential dogs, but I'm not sure if it's, if we're just gonna be happy with our cat.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna see what happens. It's been a hard decision, and especially we don't want to get. The number one thing that I am absolutely terrified of is getting a dog that barks at every person that walks past the house. That is like the number one thing that I am afraid of.
Sandy only barks when they make clear intent to approach the door.
Right, but I mean that's what I'm afraid of, is that you were able to do that, and you were lucky. But I mean, there's a lot of people out there that were not so lucky and have a dog that just barks at everything, and that's the number one thing that
Sandy
I do not
is usually
want.
is almost like kind of distrustful of people she doesn't know walking by, like even when like the lawnmowers come through the neighborhood, they like even when they go into like our backyard, like she'll watch through the blinds, she'll look at them, but it's never like, hey, like we should invite these people in.
Yeah.
I mean, Sandy's big thing is like especially if like she thinks like, oh, like maybe it's a stream night, maybe drums coming over.
Right.
Like, it's not. But she like starts paying a lot of attention to the front door, and like every little sound that you hear outside, she's like. And then if I make eye contact with her, then she'll be like, oh, was that it? Should we go check? Maybe we should go check. Like that's Sandy's biggest behavioral issue, I guess, is that she sometimes needs a little reassurance that there is in fact no one coming over to play, and I have to like sometimes go to the front door,
in fact,
crack
there
it
is
open,
not.
and let her see that no one's coming over to play. No one there.
This has like unlimited continues and stuff, doesn't it? It's gotta, right?
Oh yeah. Did you choose the classic or veteran mode or whatever?
Yeah.
That has it looks like you did, where you have knocked back and limited lives.
Right.
Yeah, you've got limited lives, but unlimited continues, which is, I mean, every Castlevania game, I think, with the exception of Bloodlines, has infinite continues. Bloodlines has a password system, but the password system remembers how many continues you have left. So. How did we collaborate with Digital Foundry? I mean, we're good friends with John, so John and Adi.
Yeah, so they just ask us to.
We've chatted with Richard a little bit. We're no stranger to them folks there. So Coury did the DF Direct a couple weeks ago, and I did the Final Fantasy 14 video.
And I'm sure you'll be popping up on DF Direct at some point as well.
Yeah, if they need an extra hand. one.
Yeah, I switched characters. I just my other character has less health. And oh shoot.
And Audie was actually there at John's in person when you shot that.
Yeah.
So that was a fun setup, I guess.
Yeah. A lot of people complained, I think, about the audio levels on that. So the stuff that I was doing in that, I don't know if we talked about this before, is like if we ever want to we do want to eventually try to get back to doing the ad-lib videos, and the camera setup that I was using in there, that is probably what I will end up doing for ad-libs for myself, perspective, I guess, for my location and everything for it. It's just when I was getting ready to do that, I'm like, I'm just going to try and see if I can make it so that I can easily set up and do this for ad-libs in the future, because we haven't done one of those, I think, since our favorite the top 30-day game music challenge or whatever. So I mean, I think that you've been thinking about trying to do what I do, which is I just record all my audio voiceover.
It's just that the microphone is expensive, so
right.
And I'd have to get set up with mic arm and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, I want to do it too. It's so annoying to me, and it's usually not that bad. Once I've got music and stuff under my audio, it's not as obvious or obnoxious. But lately I've had a problem where there's just it sounds like a plosive pop, but
right,
it's not. It can't be. It just makes no sense, because I've done this with doubling up on a pop filter and windscreen on my Zoom recorder, and it's just it happens regardless. And I think what it is you gave me a while back a mic stand that has an arm on it. At least I think it came from you.
It might have been. I mean,
I think it's just the volume of my voice just causing that arm to rattle or something.
Yeah.
Because sometimes just when I say it's mostly on words that would have plosives. My mouth is not pointed toward there. I can have pop filter plus windscreen, and I still hear the sound. And it's I think it's the mic stand is what I think it is. I mean, it sounds crazy, but I can't think of what else it could be.
I don't know.
And sometimes it's worse than others, but there was a lot of it on that Final Fantasy 14 video, and I was thinking I was going to redo a bunch of the lines, but in the end I felt you couldn't really hear it under the I felt you couldn't really hear it under the music. When
I walk past those lines and the uneven scaling, it appears on the character too, even.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, because it's the whole screen is scaled that way, right? It's not like the Saturn version of Symphony of the Night where it's baked into the art, right? It's the way the screen itself is scaled. But there's 3 or so lines in the top third of the screen or something like that. And that's it. It looked like everything below that point was scaled correctly, which is super bizarre.
Yeah. So I thought that my audio was a little hot as well, in that. I guess it's just the opposite of what it was for for John and Audie. John and Audie were just like, I guess, were just like their voices were too quiet in the direct.
Well, but I thought that whatever they did for the ActRaiser video, I thought their audio was really nicely balanced.
Right.
And we know, Audie takes a lot more volume to make him audible compared to the rest of us, and especially compared to me.
All right, let's try this again. If this doesn't go, if I can't beat this boss, I might just play something else.
Okay. Dominique has less health than the other characters.
Yeah.
But I think you can get like health upgrades for everyone, right?
I don't know. I only played through the last one once as well. So there's not a lot that I remember about it.
Did you watch the GameSack every Turbo Graphics video?
I started to. I watched like A, B, and C, I think, so far.
Yeah, I watched like maybe a third of it thus far.
Mm-hmm. It's ambitious.
It's interesting that he did that so soon after the Master System.
Well, I think he just like had a lot of fun probably making the Master System one, so it made sense,
I bet it took a long time to capture all that, though.
Yeah, but yeah, mainly because he was using like the original hardware for stuff. But I think
with the Master System one, there was only like a couple of games that he used an EverDrive.
I think he has a complete U.S. release or U.S. library.
Turbo?
Yeah, for Master System.
Oh yeah, Master System, yes, but Turbo, he doesn't, does he?
No, but I mean for CD games, he probably had to like. I don't know. He probably had to burn some of the CD games or something like that, since
Yeah. But like, I mean, he doesn't have like a Q card collection, does he?
I don't know. But I mean, maybe he used like an EverDrive for certain things, but then he recorded them all off the original system, not the original games. That's what he said. I'm gonna play something else. I'm gonna pick something else. Hopefully that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Of course. You could tell which games were real copies. They had artifacts in the background. Wait, you're saying that the real ones had artifacts in the background? I just realized I've been watching this in 480p. It was in 1080. Until I switched away to look at my own game. Oh, I didn't know. It's a very different sort of tile for Agalos there. Looks a lot different from the box art. The ODE games have cleaner output. Huh. I guess, yeah, I mean, I guess it would depend on what kind of thing he uses for his regular turbo graphics. Because I honestly, I don't know what kind of setup he has for that. Because I mean, aside from my not having the jail bar fix, I mean my my RGB mod is fairly clean, but it can be noisy in certain scenarios. It looks a little noisier, like if I tried to do like optimized sampling for it or something.
So I'm gonna play something that I played before, and just because I feel like playing it, and I just feel like it'd be a good way to, spend the last hour, a little bit over an hour here.
Sure. Favorite band? That's not a question for me. Corey was talking about Sound Team GADK earlier. Monster Boy. Why the heck not?
Yeah, why the heck not?
Why not play the PS4 version though? Or did you not get yours yet?
I already have the PS4 version. I actually got the special edition of the Switch version, which I had as well. I just bought it because it has all the patches on the cartridge.
Oh, so this is that new copy?
No,
I
don't. I have it already opened and it has like the patches downloaded anyways on the system.
You're not even planning to open the collector's edition?
I'll open it and get do the soundtrack and everything, but like yeah. I wanted to have like a copy that has all of the patches and stuff on it, because the PS4 version does not have all the patches on it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I got the PS4 version because I don't have that version. I kind of want it.
I remember how to do this now.
Although that 120 hertz patch never happened.
But it'll happen. I think it's just a little ways off right now. I think that they're going to have a native. They're going to have a native PS5 version. I bet. Like physical. I bet.
Extremely stereo. I mean, is sounding stereo bad?
Oh, do we? We do?
I was assuming the game we should not sound bad.
God, this music though, right? Am I right?
Oh. It is one intense grassy field theme.
They're saying
so, like, do you know your way around this game pretty well at this point?
Oh, it's been a while since I played it. I played.
You seem to remember like the different moves and how to use them and stuff. Like I feel like it's been long enough that I'd be pretty lost at this point.
I don't even...
Like I would have to start over again.
I'm just throwing myself into it, see what I find. I mean, I'm not planning on making like a lot of progress or anything like that. Where's the... Ugh. I don't remember where it is.
For what is?
The, oh, is it gonna be right here? Just the hole for the, whatchamacallit?
Oh, the snake hole?
Yeah.
The audio is echoing since Bloodstained?
Wait. It's
apparently the game audio is echoing.
Oh yes, I know why. Now it should not be. I'm sorry about that.
What caused it?
It's just I had the audio coming from the Mage Well, as well as like my mixer. The game music was going to two different sources. Like one in OBS. One was going from was playing from the. What is this? So it should be good now. Sorry about that. I'm sorry if people like tried to call it out earlier.
I never saw it, but never saw anyone say anything. That is absolutely not. People might have said it, and I just didn't notice.
Oh, why didn't I can do that? Oh, it looks like I've already been here. There's a lot of stuff I guess I've already done.
You've still only beaten the game the one time, right?
Yeah, but that was, you know, it was 100%. I mean, there's very few pieces of game music that can completely compare with this theme right here.
Yeah. Like, isn't it just like a friend of Yuzo Koshiro's who like hasn't done that much stuff?
I think that he did some songs for it. Yuzo himself did some songs.
I know, but I think the person who did the Grassy Field theme is someone who is maybe not done that much.
It should have everybody listed in the soundtrack. Can you
know what? I've actually. I've got right here because I don't want to put it away until I rip it. Got like a little booklet in it.
Oh, come on.
But does it say who did what track?
I don't know.
I don't think it does. It's got Shinichi Sakamoto, Yuzo Koshiro, Yotoi Sakuraba, Michiru Yamane, Keiki Kobayashi, Takashi Yanagawa, Haruka Shimatsuki, T. Lopez, Cedric Yoder, Matt Creamer,
Matt Creamer?
Banjo Guy Ollie.
Oh, of course, Ollie.
All listed in here, but yeah, the track listing appears to not give a breakdown of who did what. You know what I've been kind of into lately is when I'm working on stuff upstairs that, you know, doesn't require, I audio, I can, like if I'm not editing something with audio or something,
Mm-hmm.
I've been into, my very first CD player is hooked up there. And I've kind of been into, it's a boombox.
Yeah.
And I've
That's what you've been.
sometimes I'll just take a CD off my shelf and
Oh, there you go.
listen to it in my childhood boombox. Yeah, it doesn't sound that bad. It's got speakers on it. There, it's like one of those triple decker ones that has like the tapes on the bottom, the radio in the middle, and then the CD stuff on top. So it's it's not like they're tiny speakers or anything, right? They aren't like amazing speakers or anything, but I just like using it because I think it looks cool. It has a nostalgic look. And it's fun.
I don't remember how to. I think I gotta go to the volcano. Is where I need to go. Looks like there's a save spot there, and it has a little bullseye.
Okay, yeah, the volcano is like the kind of the difficult. Yeah, like you were. I was kind of getting worried that you were going to turn on the game when you got to the volcano, because you were getting a little frustrated at first, and then
Definitely.
I guess you kind of just got together then. So I got with the groove.
Yeah. Because it's tough.
Yes, this game very much is a Metroidvania.
But not in the same way as you might. I guess you don't get like the kind of upgrades as you would expect.
Right. Well, I mean, I use the term Metroidvania very loosely. I mean, in fact, the Vania part of it, I think, kind of, suggests that it's not exactly 100% Metroid-like either, right? I think the traditional thought is like, I guess, a Metroid game. You gain access to areas because you gained new abilities. Whereas, I think when people talk about Metroidvanias, I don't think when I say Metroidvania, I'm usually referring to a game that has like one large world, and you can basically go back to most of those areas over the course of the game and discover new and different things and things like that. But I think, like, strictly speaking, like an old Metroid structure is about your progress isn't driven by story or hitting a switch or getting a key. It's by expanding your character's moveset. Is like, I think, the true Metroid tradition. So you fall through the cloud when you're ground pounding or something?
I guess so.
Ground thrusting, I guess. So I don't know why this popped in my head just now, but I can't remember if we talked about this last week. What's the deal with the new cotton thing and like apparently like something stupid like 7 frames of lag or something?
It's like more than that, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a big disappointment because I was looking forward to getting that because of the, just having that. Those games are really expensive now, essentially.
Right.
And I was looking forward to getting that, but then there's like, it's nearly unplayable, I guess, because the lag is that bad. And for shooters and stuff, that's a huge deal breaker. I have no idea how people that were developing it did not notice that, or they just decided like, that's just the way it's going to be. Like, how did they even properly test that? 11 plus. Yeah.
Yikes.
It's emulated in Unity, so I guess that's the reason why. Although somebody was able to use the emulator and drop other Saturn games in there, I guess, because it has a Saturn emulator in it. It emulates the Saturn games. And so there's a Saturn emulator in there, and I guess people like replace the disc contents with like another game, and it worked. It was like booted right up, like someone like booted up like Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's just funny to think about. Hang on 1 second. All right, here we go. But yeah, it's unfortunate that that's the case. I wonder. I don't think they have anything to do with the new version that's being made. The completely new game. That's music here. Yeah, this is where the game gets really tough.
Yeah.
That was the other thing that we liked, and this was the point that like really made me realize that about the you know, like the puzzles are very classic. Like they don't really tell you anything about it. They just like they expect you to try different things and try and just figure out the answer based on trying different things.
Exactly.
Which is cool.
Sometimes you get used to a little too much hand holding, and then you have to get, you know, sometimes it might catch you off guard. And then you're like, oh, you know, I didn't used to need hand holding. Lava is never good in any game.
Never.
There's got to be an exception to that. Got to be an exception.
How do I use this? That's not what I wanted to do. I need like the
I
ice.
can tell you what lava is good.
What's that?
Resident Evil 4. It's the best looking lava that there ever has been and ever will be in video games.
I cannot remember what it looks like at all.
It's just really glowy and bloomy, and it looks amazing.
Like, you joking when you say it, or no?
No, like, I mean,
Kind
yes
of.
and no. Like, I'm sure, like, on some technical metrics, there's been some better looking lava, but like,
Not in your book.
not in my book. You know, like, I distinctly remember, like, the end of Resident Evil 5. Like, it's just like, well, this lava doesn't look anywhere near as good as the lava in Resident Evil. And like, I mean, we've been kind of talking lately because we've off and on been doing some Baldur's Gate Dark Alliances on the Back Library streams too.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the water in that game is like is like the Resident Evil 4 lava of water.
Oh yeah.
Like, the water in that game, like, still looks amazing.
It does. It does. I mean, that's, for me, that was absolutely the most memorable thing about it. I mean, like, I will never forget the water in that game.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you remember what we had to do? Oh, I had to freeze that, right? And I could use.
I mean, we were, you know, Drum was playing through Resident Evil 8 over the past month. Finally finished this past Monday, and you know, we were looking at that. I'm like, water in this, it is not as good as in Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. It's not.
It's true.
Not.
It is 100% true.
It is not as good. Like,
I mean, that water effect, it holds up. I mean, was way ahead of its time.
it holds up. There is very little water. Like, I would say the water in a majority of new games does not look as good as the water in Baldur's Gate.
Come on, I can't believe that. Like, I just hit the wrong button and I died because of that. I wonder if I have my controller set to the SM30, because I think that's how I played this game.
Oh,
So I
really?
can get the definitive.
Or screwed up?
They might be. I think that's one time I played this version, but maybe not.
Yeah, Super Mario Sunshine is second to Baldur's Gate. It's an amazing water in the world of amazing water.
Wait, what is?
Super Mario Sunshine.
Oh yeah, but in a lot of ways,
And then
the water was kind of
the third best water.
But the water in Super Mario Sunshine,
I'm
that
not
was a
kidding
big
you.
part of the point. And in Baldur's Gate is just like they just did it because they felt like it.
Yeah, like there's no reason for it. But it's like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. and like doesn't slow the game down. Like it's crazy.
Here we go.
Ganaman is asking if we'll have a panel at Retro World. Yeah. I mean,
we have 2.
We wouldn't be allowed to be guests without a panel.
Yeah, we'll do like a general panel, and we're gonna do a screening of and Q&A for Analog Frontiers Part 1. It's always fun. We always do screenings for some reason when we go to Retro World. So
yeah, we did one for M2, and we did one for something else.
For Night Trap.
That's right. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, we show it, and then we do a Q&A. Sea of Thieves is the new water benchmark. Yeah, probably. I haven't played much of it. I don't have it. I rented it from a Red Box for the 4K TV episode because I needed more access to more 4K games because there weren't as many 4K games back then as there are now.
Well, don't get excited. It's going to be the same version you can watch on YouTube. Don't get excited about it. But let's do a Q&A and screening of it just because it's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like so much stuff. I don't remember how to do so many things here. That's right.
I mean, again, it's just going to be Analog Frontiers. Part 1, just a screening. You can watch it. And then ask us questions afterward.
Yeah. Or you could just ask us right now. And we answer the same thing.
Nothing too fancy or anything. But, I mean, there were people who hadn't seen the other documentaries that were at those screenings before. So, it's in part just for people to see them who don't even know.
Clover Camp says, Coury, just boop, boop, attack and dodge, and, the boop, boop is, like, definitely the jumping sound in this game. It's, like, definitely boop, boop. Crushed him. Oh, how do I do this again?
Come here, son.
We're just playing this right now. Makes me fall in love with it all over again. I love the adult sounding voices that these flames have. They're like, oh! You know what I mean? Like, you remember that?
That sounds vaguely familiar.
They're like, ah! You wouldn't expect it from these, like, flames.
Genius Clerk says, I am going to love Dread. Well, I do. Like I say, I'll probably start Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow night after because I'm starting Fatal Frame 2 on the Backlogger stream.
Shoot. I would not be surprised if this is Shiro. What?
Oh, Koshiro.
Yeah.
Parasite Eve before Dredge. No, I'll do Parasite Eve after Dredge. How about that?
I mean, you could probably beat Parasite Eve on a Saturday afternoon. Speaking of, I guess a Saturday and Sunday, not really, but in terms of Halloween, I guess we should just like let people know since it's like so far ahead of time. But we are not going to be streaming on Halloween, like on this.
I realized today, like, oh wait, Halloween's on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's just I can't because of my kids. You know, we're going to be. I'm gonna have to go. I go trick or treating with them. That's not really fair to them. So, but Try will be you'll be streaming on the Backloggery.
Right, on the Backloggery Twitch channel.
Yeah.
We the past 2 years, and we're intending to continue the tradition as long as possible. We've streamed on Halloween the new Dark Pictures anthology game for that year. So, you know, 2 years ago was Man of Medan, last year was Little Hope, and this year is House of Ashes.
So they have been releasing those every year then, like really like on time.
It's, well, you know, originally I think they were saying like every 6 months or 9 months or something like that. Like, I want to say that they've planned it as like a something crazy, like a 7 or 8 part series.
So they're 3 in then, but it's pretty cool. I mean, they've like really stuck with it.
They've done 3 so far, 3 years in a row. They've all released in October the past 3 years, including this year. The new one comes out, I think, like the 22nd or something like that. I have the PS5 version pre-ordered.
Oh, I see that.
I got the first one for Xbox Series X, but
oh, that's right. You had a real experience with the second one, right?
Well,
it's just not very well done.
Yeah, I did okay, but Drum and Lynn were kind of annoyed by the Xbox, you know, button prompts, because you know they do have like QTEs and stuff like that in the games, and you know various like, you know, live or die, you know, I mean, your character could permanently die if you screw something up, you know? And so I agreed we would play PlayStation versions thenceforth, because everyone is comfortable with PlayStation buttons.
Oh, come on. So close.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll remind people of that.
Yeah, it's just
if you're looking to watch something on Halloween
yeah.
night, watch the Backloggery Twitch channel instead, because that's where I'll be. We'll also be eating our annual mummy dogs on tour.
oh god, that's so close.
Oh, you hesitated.
I know.
Will the red light be there? I mean, it was a wall-mounted light, and I moved it upstairs. So.
Oh, did you have a? What is the red light?
Well, you know we started playing Resident Evil 8 or Drum started playing Resident Evil 8 with, I had some LED bulbs and the rear wall-mounted light fixture. But I moved it into the studio a few months ago, so.
Oh, okay.
No more red light. Might have red light for Fatal Frame. Oh, I saw someone earlier, I think it was Mega X6, asking Fatal Frame 2 is the one that's being remade. No, it's not really a remake. It's the 5th Fatal Frame game came out on Wii U, and it's just a port of that. It's coming out now. But I've only played the first game. Unfortunately, the 4th game is a Wii exclusive. In Japan. So
Boom! Just like that.
And I think it's a little pricey at this point, so I don't know how likely I'm going to be able to play the 4th one. DS, 3DS version? Oh! Was there... What was that? What kind of Fatal Frame was on DS or 3DS? I don't think I knew. Either I didn't know about this or I totally forgot. Was it like something that used like was it like an augmented reality thing using the camera?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Hey.
Oh, I guess I can't.
I don't recall anything like that.
How do I do this again? Oh, can I throw a bomb?
Spirit camera. Fatal Frame Spirit. Yeah, Fatal Frame Spirit camera. Okay, that name does sound familiar. Let me look this up.
Oh yeah, that's the one doing it. Or is that the one you get to do it with the that sounds familiar. But I feel like it was a Wii U thing.
I guess it's on 3DS. Well, Fatal Frame 5, the 5th Fatal Frame was Maiden of Dark Water. I mean, that's the one that's coming out, on other systems now. But that was just the 5th mainline Fatal Frame game.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
They call it a spin-off, but it did come out here. But does it play kind of differently?
That's right.
Let's check what the price is out of curiosity. Now, that name is familiar now. It's not cheap. I mean, it's not like ultra expensive, but it's like it appears to generally be above, the original price. The original MSRP.
Oh, come on! Oh! Ah!
There's just a big, like, pale white hand reaching out on the box. It kind of just looks like Master Hand to me, but I'm sure it's supposed to be like some scary ghost hand. Fatal Frame games are too creepy for me to even attempt. I do have to say that the 20 or 30 minutes I've sampled of Fatal Frame 2 is extremely creepy. Fatal Frame is definitely sort of the genre of horror that I think gets to me the most.
Run!
Whew. I think I generally find like ghost horror to be the scariest.
There's one piece. Three left.
I think Fatal Frame 2 is generally considered the fan favorite. So I'm looking forward to it.
Man, this game, it's just so good.
It is.
Look at that tongue.
Man, yeah, you got there almost from the floor.
Alright, next one. I'm gonna run out.
Oh man, you know, I always forget the Luigi's Mansion 3 exists. I have it, and I still have not played it. I need to fix that.
Yeah, I have it too, but I have not really played it either. I think like, you told me, like, I guess like basically like talked me into a lot of times just getting like Nintendo games like when they're fairly new, because it doesn't really matter because they're not going to go down. I mean, in some cases they do. Sometimes if it's something that I feel that I need to get like really soon, I will just wait, because they at the cheapest they'll go down to like $39.99.
Well, I just got new Pokemon Snap for
Oh, there you go. I don't know if it's like a bad thing or not, or if it's just like what it says about it. But I was at Target earlier today, and they had a deal for Cyberpunk for $9.99. Oh, it's so
I mean,
and I thought long and hard about it, and then I ended up not getting it.
well, because like, I mean, you should.
Well, it was the Xbox One
like,
version.
A native. I mean, there's no native like new generation version anyway.
Right, but I feel that if you got the Xbox One version, like that version will like automatically upgrade to whatever version.
You kind of sold me on like considering, at least for the time being, like considering some like PS5 versions, like for example, like the Jedi.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lost Order or Fallen Order, whatever it's called. Like I got that for PS5 because like it is a new PS5 disc, like that has the PS5 version on it, whereas like there's not like a new Xbox disc that
Totally.
has
Totally.
And
Yeah.
I feel like in the future, like there will be like native Series X versions on the discs.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's. I don't know to what extent, if any, that is the case right now. Whereas, like, with the PS5 version, you can be sure that it is the PlayStation 5 version on the disc and not a PlayStation 4 version. I mean, the Xbox way is, in theory, much more flexible, but I do like the notion that, like, the version on the disc is the native new gen version.
Yeah. Yes.
But I mean, John was, raving about Cyberpunk, like, playing the PC version, Like, I understand it's a very good game, it's just had a disastrous, situation on consoles, and they probably never should have promised, like, last-gen versions of the game.
Right. The thing is that they're gonna have to like pull like a No Man's Sky with it, or else I think that it's gonna
like they need to kind of almost officially relaunched. You know, or very similar to what Final Fantasy 14 did as well.
Yeah.
Like because the whole thing is just considered kind of, you know, you want to relaunch in a very positive way that's going to make people forget, you know, the state that it was in.
Right.
And maybe we'll do that when the new generation versions come out or something. But like, I mean, I'm going to get that game when there is a PS5 or Series X version on a disc that I can get for $10 rather than get a PS4 version.
Right. I just think at the moment I was like, oh well, it's only $10. But yeah, you are absolutely right.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's so interesting, like how
Come
that
on.
whole situation
Did that?
turned
Jeez.
out.
Okay. I was looking for a safe spot.
There's one there, isn't it?
Yeah, I just found it.
I mean, you know, it's so interesting because I feel like the cyberpunk situation has like soured people so much on CD Projekt Red, just like their whole management and everything, and you know they. I mean, aren't they? Isn't like GOG like part of their company?
What is?
Like, isn't GOG part of CD Projekt Red?
Oh, God, I have no idea.
I'm not pulling that out of my butt, am I? Like, I think it's like the same company. Yeah, Zamestad says GOG is. So, like, I mean, it's so interesting because I feel like, you know, it's very obvious that like the cyberpunk and the crunch and everything, you know, I mean, it was bad mismanagement, and so now like it seems like CD Projekt Red, like people have, you know, kind of turned on them a bit. You know, not that long ago though, they were kind of one of the good guys of gaming because of, you know, how, you know, GOG is always like, you know, you own the game, you know, like you can no DRM.
Yeah.
So like it's so interesting though, you know, to see. You know, they're going to have to do a lot, I think, to get people, you know, kind of trust them on, especially on, you know, in-house games again. But you know, I mean, The Witcher 3 was, you know, I've never played it, but you know, it was one of the big games last generation. Like I believe I heard that there's supposed to be a you know, next gen native version of Witcher 3 coming, so maybe I'll finally play it sometime.
I always forget. I don't know if there's going to be anything in this room. Oh, that's right. It shows me where everything was. I feel like when we were playing this, like, kind of earlier, like, we couldn't figure out certain things, or we, like... Did anything we ever suggest, like, make it into the game? I don't remember. I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, well, I feel like it was the Ghost House where we felt really stuck. Like, we actually had to ask, like, the PR rep for a hint because we were really confused about how to finish the Ghost House. So I don't know if they ever, like, made anything more clear there.
I think they did. I think they fixed it.
Try talking PC. Oh my gosh. You know, I think I probably have something on GOG.
Oh, I have like a lot of stuff on there. I bought all the Ease games on there and all the Falcom games on there because, you know, they are all DRM free, and I can back those up.
I technically own things on GOG, but I couldn't even tell you what they are.
It is kind of funny that I'm actually making progress on this. I wasn't expecting to actually make as far as I did.
I was like, this. There's no chance. Like, I was just like, why are you even doing this? And now look at you, like doing the volcano of all things.
Right? And it doesn't feel like it was as hard as I remember it being. I don't know.
Crazy, because you're coming in cold on the game.
Well, it was such a memorable experience that I never forget it anyways. I mean, this would probably like rank as my game of this generation.
This game is you know, a officially sanctioned sequel to the Monster World games.
Shoot.
It's Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Yeah.
It was not started. It started as a spiritual successor, but then like it got the blessing of the people who own the rights to the games, and it has Pepalagoo and images of the past heroes from the series.
Yeah,
so
it even like in a way connects the very first Wonder Boy to like the Monster World.
It does, and in like a very background sort of way, but like it clearly is like hey, it's all part of the lore now.
Come on, why do I keep on doing this?
What is this team doing next? I mean, they're so talented.
They're working on that 120 hertz patch. That's what they've been doing. They're just trying to get that done. They gotta get that out the door before they can start on the sequel. But I wonder if it's gonna be a situation where they can do a sequel in the same way, like now that some of the original Wonder Boy team is like making Wonder Boy games. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, plan it from the ground up, as a Wonder Boy game, whereas this one, they didn't have full permission at the beginning.
Right.
Where did the Wonder Boy games fit in? I mean, there's like the chapel in town that has like stained glass with like all the past heroes on, including the
Wonder Boy himself.
Wonder Boy himself, the one in the grass skirt, as well as the hero of Wonder Boy in Monsterland and Wonder Boy in Monster World and Asha. But I don't think the hero of Dragon's Trap is pictured, right?
No. Oh, yeah, Dragon's Trap was pictured because it's the same hero as Monsterland.
Oh, duh, yeah, that's right. I just forgot because the hair color is kind of different.
Oh, right, yeah.
In the games. Dragon's Trap is tricky because it is, as far as I understand, it is literally running the Master System ROM in the background. As far as I know,
yeah, it's just like right on top of it. Yeah.
So like, there's like no like sort of modern niceties added on top of it, really. Like there's not much in the way of like hints or anything, and the game can be pretty obtuse in terms of figuring out where to go, especially late in the game. So you might need a little help figuring out where to go a time or two.
I love a save spot right about now. All right, that works. I'll do that too.
It's a very, very good game. I really enjoyed that remake. I love the art style of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful game. It's you know, I think a lot of people thought the art in this game looked bad, and I just do not understand.
Oh, I think it's gorgeous.
I know, like some people do not like the art in this game. Like the animation and art style is different from Dragon's Trap. Like Dragon's Trap has almost a more like painterly style.
Yes.
Like I guess the animations are maybe a little snappier in some ways, but like I don't think that the art style in this is lesser. Like it's different.
How do I?
But I mean, I like the art of both games pretty equally, just for different reasons.
Coming soon.
Flash animation is yucky. I mean, are you calling this Flash animation? I don't think it's Flash animation. I wouldn't call this Flash animation.
Yeah, definitely not.
This game has like individually drawn, like, you know, animation frames. Like it's not, you know, curving, you know, rotating arms and limbs and things like that.
I bet you that. There he is. Oh, I can unlock a warp spot. There it is. Yeah, I'm it sort of makes me just want to keep on playing this and like maybe beat it again.
Well, you should.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I need 14. Forgot about that. Alright. It would be cool to finish the volcano before the stream is over, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I thought I could keep on running on these.
I don't know, Golden Cane. I think this game has really nice animation. I mean, I will agree that I think that the Dragon Trap style is probably better overall, but I don't think this is trying to be. I don't think this is trying to be that. I think it's trying to be a style of its own. Like it does. Like to me, this looks like way better than 90% of the HD 2D art games out there. To me,
yeah. I mean, that's just how it's gonna look, because it's so clear, you know.
But I mean, the art style in this game is divisive. Like some people.
Speaking of which, there he is.
And I just,
it's the Pepe log.
I think it's a high quality art style. It does not feel cheap to me. Like, I mean, there is a lot of HD 2D art that feels cheap to me, but this does not feel cheap.
What I gotta do here?
Like ActRaiser, that's cheap HD 2D. That's very cheap HD.
Yeah.
This is not ActRaiser. Yes, it also looks better than New Super Mario. I mean, almost everything looks better than New Super Mario. So.
Do this. I already messed it up. I may have already messed it up. Oh, I see. I guess I can't.
Huh.
Can't jump it through.
Think you can only go down through that?
Yeah.
But how could you get there?
I don't remember.
But you couldn't make that block then, right? Like, how could you get out if that block was in there?
I don't remember. Well, I must have done it right because it's not resetting it. I see this, I assume that's going to be a door. Yeah, it's telling me exactly what I need to do.
Yeah, I don't know how the sticks are going to feel on the new N64 controllers. Like, I don't know if they'll be the exact same mechanisms or what. And even then, like, they're going to have to, like, program... I mean, the game is going to, you know, the emulator is going to have to be programmed to map inputs the same way as the original. I'll be very curious if it will really be, you know, the sensitivity will map 1 to 1.
Oh, I think I know it. Maybe not. I was wondering if there's anything I can do to knock it upwards or something like that. That might have been what I needed to do. But it feels weird that it would not reset. You know what I mean? It seems weird that it would not reset if I go back into that room.
Maybe that means you did do the right thing?
I think it feels like this.
Maybe, I think you're supposed to approach it from above, because, and then that's just supposed to be an exit.
Oh, maybe, yeah, you might be
Reach
right.
up above is probably going to open that door. So you needed to move these platforms, these
So I can
boxes,
get back
and
down.
then you can get to that room, you know?
Let's look at the map. Just the first of the map. Maybe the Pepe log can do something with it now.
If you can get them out, I don't remember how you get them out.
Find a weapon that can freeze fireballs and enemies and attack them. Maybe the blacksmith can help. Probably. Let's try that. Yes, right there. It's like, but I need another. I need a blue gem. Just one blue gem I need. Because that freezes enemies. So.
Where do you get that?
I don't know. Let me see if I can warp back. Or warp back to the. Let's see here.
Yeah, I agree. A Metroidvania is a game that you don't necessarily want to be ultra long, I guess, because, I mean, it's okay for it to be long, but I cannot take, like, what Coury's doing right now, I couldn't do. Because a Metroidvania, like,
Well, it's only because I played the game before.
Right, but I get so lost, like, in terms of where I was going. How do you get here? How do you get there? You know, you forget like these points. It's like, oh, I wanted to investigate that. Like if I go like 2 weeks in a Metroidvania, I may as well restart. Like, because it just, I totally lose my sense of, you know, oh, I wanted to check this, I wanted to check that, and, you know, oh, what was over here again, you know?
Right.
And that's what's so fun about those games to me is, like, the discovery of, like, oh, yeah, so this is how this connects to that. And once you've lost that, like, you know, the joy of the game is gone to me. So I need to, like, play through them in a relatively short amount of time.
I like have barely bought anything.
Yeah, I do kind of want to try the Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer sometime, just because that's such a wild thing. I want to see how it works. I did play Super Metroid Randomizer. I think it was sometime last year, and you know, not getting bombs early in the game and not getting the high jump boots is early in the game. Those are big problems.
So you know what's real? I gotta go and get this because so my daughter bought this little, or we bought for her like this little tiny Game Boy, right? It's this little tiny Game Boy, and it has like 150 games on it or something like that, and they're all just like crap. But they all steal music from different things, and there is a music from Wonder Boy and Monsterland for one of these games. I'm gonna go get it.
Okay.
Maybe you'll recognize some of the other ones.
Okay.
Be right back.
Oh, what do I remember about Parasite Eve? Well, I was talking to Joe about the other day. We were discussing, like, you know, how the gun upgrade system works, and you know, we were talking about like, oh, this and that, and the, you know, in Central Park, and we were talking about where I am on day 5 about there's Chinatown, and then there's this like warehouse area, and I think the warehouse area was kind of optional, but there was a really tough crab there, and I think I died on him. And so I need to finish that up and then go back to Chinatown, which I think might be sewers. I'm not sure. But see, yeah, I remember things. But Parasite Eve's not a Metroidvania. But that is much, much longer than I prefer to take a gap on playing a game. Like I mean, I don't like taking much breaks on games at all. Like I don't like them falling on the back burner because then like I feel like, you know, whether it's a RPG or like an exploration game like a Metroidvania, like, you know, I was saying about the Metroidvanias, like if I kind of lose my sense of the terrain and the
I'm gonna
map,
switch
like
cameras
I
here.
lose my will and desire to continue exploring it. And with an RPG, like I figure like, oh, what was I doing with this character, this and that.
Okay.
And you know, I like finishing them. I like not taking big breaks in a game because then I feel like my motivation starts to wane because I don't have the attachment to what I was doing in the game. And now it's kind of just like going through the motions of finishing it. But if I do it in a concentrated place, like I'm into it, you know?
Okay, so I switched over microphones. Everything should be sounding all right from here. Just so I
Okay, so
can.
you're gonna put this little Game Boy close to the microphone?
Yes. So this thing right here, it's called the My Arcade. So every single piece of music is like stolen. And I'm pretty sure that the main menu seems like it's from a Mega Man game. So
Like,
you need to.
where did you get it from?
I don't remember.
I mean, I guess I'm trying to see, like, is this a device that has all this pirated stuff, but it's sold in like Walmart or Target or something?
It might have been from Target. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy, really.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Listen.
You can. I hear nothing.
The music's not even playing for you?
I hear nothing.
Hang on. I don't know how to make it louder for you.
Well, I mean, can they even hear it?
Can you hear that?
No, I don't hear anything. Maybe Discord is just canceling it, thinking it's background noise.
Hang on. It's not. Let's see if I can do this. How about now? I'm probably really loud for you right now.
I heard like a bleep or bloop or something, and then they cut out.
All right, let me try this. So you that's not working at all for you?
Like every once in a while, I'm hearing like a doop 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 doop, and then that's it. Well, don't worry about me. Worry about the chat.
I want you to be able to hear. I want you to be able to hear the Wonder Boy one. I'm just looking at the. I know I'm in my Discord options trying to see if I can send it to him. I'll try turning off echo cancellation, see if that does anything.
They added a lot of toggle switches to Discord.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't know what a lot of them do.
Hang on. I'm trying to find the Wonder Boy
I could put on the stream, but then I'll hear myself and I'll hear Coury twice.
I'm just looking for the game that has the Wonder Boy music.
Well, I'll listen to the Wonder Boy and Monster World. I'll turn on my TV audio. Or
Okay.
I'll listen to the Wonder Boy one.
Let me just find it.
So tell me when you've got that one on, and I'll unmute my receiver.
Oh, there it is. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Do you hear it?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Like, that's amazing to me that device is just sold at Target. Like, it's amazing to me that you like could just be stealing stuff and you could be sold in Target.
I think it's even crazier that I'm sitting there and like my daughter was playing this thing and I'm like, I know that song. I can't believe that like I was able to just like pick out that song. I don't know why.
I mean, because it's a song you know very well, but it's so funny that it's in there at all.
Yeah.
I mean, does she like it?
Yeah, it's just like fun to screw around. Do you want to hear this menu music really quick?
Yeah.
You can probably say, because people are saying Mega Man 6. You probably, okay, I'm going to start playing it now.
Okay.
Do you hear it though?
Yeah, I guess it's like a slow version of the Mega Man 6 title screen, I guess. That seems about right.
Like this sounds like it's from something too.
Okay. Let me I'll unmute in a second. That like some of those notes do sound like dun 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 dun. That almost sounds like it could be something.
But some of these have got to have like, I mean, unless they pick like all like lesser known things, like we'll pick Wonder Boy Monster World because no one will know that.
There was $5 from Fred Northup. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying, why these men, Coury, and try not do a new studio tour vid?
It's happening. I'm going to do one before the end of the year. When I finish Mister, I'm going to do
it for a long time. We're going to do separate ones. There's going to be one for Coury and one for me. And I think like by early-ish next year, my setup is going to be exactly where I want it to be. It's been a process of changing a lot of things over the past couple of years, and I'm getting close, I think, to being really happy with how things are. So, I thought we were winding down.
Wait, yeah. I was just gonna casually walk around for a few more minutes to see if I can find a blue gem.
Ah.
I did buy a new shield though. I think what I need is like just looking for treasure chests that haven't been opened. I don't know if it's like the blue treasure chest or if it's the red treasure chest. I guess like I still have that screenshot of the completed map that I could probably look at.
But would it tell you what kind of gem you got?
No, definitely not.
I don't even remember the gem thing, to be honest.
Well, you didn't need it to upgrade certain weapons.
I don't really remember weapon upgrades, to be honest.
But I think since I have this upward attack thing, I can get the spaces that I couldn't before. Like, I think this, maybe not in here. I just remember when we were doing this, we were trying to figure out what the deal was with the clock. You know, we spent like all day trying to figure out the
wild theories.
Yeah.
You were like thinking about constantly, and you were just like, it's got to mean something.
Yeah, and it did.
It did. I don't remember exactly what the solution was, but it did.
Oh, well, I just flames. So what's this gonna do here? That one needs 20. Yeah, that clock back there, because you watch it, and it's like messed up.
Oh, yeah.
My whiskers, you found another orb.
Oh, yeah, that cat is like important to story progression, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I know we said it a lot, but if you feel like this seems like the kind of game that'd be up your alley and you've never played it, you should definitely make it a priority. Look at this guy. He's awesome looking. It's Boreberry.
Boreberry.
Oh, well, there's one of those gems. Oh, Pargent's main tip. Give me more. I think it's a legendary gem is what I need. Okay, it doesn't really do anything. I know. It's like well.
No, I can start hearing this music now.
But yeah, you should be hearing this because I'm sending this through to you. I don't know. Like, I think that it was just not very loud in the first place. But I'm surprised it.
It's kind of like cutting out now and starting to distort. Like Discord, just I think tries so hard to get rid of anything that's not voice. Maybe there's a lot of toggle switches in there, so maybe we need to check it out sometime. What is the game about? It's about changing into different forms and with different abilities and whacking monsters with swords and weapons and collecting money that pops out of them.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's
definitely a world with a Metroid style map.
There's definitely a lot of whacking of monsters going on in this game.
Yeah.
There we go. Remember, it took me forever to figure this part out too. I'm just gonna do it because I got the lion.
This was tough. I swear I tried ramming that several times. Like, something that's interesting about this game, I mean, you know, you could consider it good or bad, but like, there's a lot, like, in most games, objects that you can interact with kind of have a look to them, you know? And like if it's a type of object that you've interacted with before, like maybe it'll have a different design on it or something, but it's still like basically is very clear, like that is an object I can interact with. But like that altar that you rammed,
Yeah.
like it is not necessarily something that you would have a reason to think that you could, but I kind of like the idea that I like the idea that things you can interact with in certain ways aren't necessarily obvious, because it's like it creates sort of a more natural sort of world design, I guess. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, oh well, like in a video game, there could be all kinds of things that you should be able to break or hit or move, but you can't. And you can tell that you can't, because it just doesn't look like the kind of thing that you could interact with. But like, there are a lot of things in this game where the things you can move just don't look like everything else you could do. Like there's special objects sometimes. And I kind of like that idea. It makes it feel more naturally interactive, I guess.
I could do this as I was supposed to, but I just do it that way instead.
Oh yeah, your drunk uncle turns everyone into monsters. That's right. I forgot about that. That is a thing. Is he even really your uncle?
I don't remember. And there's not a lot to the story in this game for sure.
Oh yeah, this is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. This is not Steel Assault.
Yeah.
Coury beat Steel Assault 2 hours ago.
Yeah. In 54 minutes.
Yeah. Which we're not
But there ain't nothing wrong
complaining
with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Prefer to know what you can and can't interact with. I mean, I agree with that in general. And like when I say like that altar wasn't like an obvious thing that you would be able to ram, like it still looks sort of like something that you could. Like you it's kind of an outside the box thought, right? Like it's like I think there is some design language there that is suggesting to you maybe you could do this, but it's not like super blatant, I guess. Like it is good to generally have that kind of visual language, but I also like enjoy the idea that like you look at that and you think, could I? But it's not just like super obvious. Like you wonder if you could do it, but it's not like it's not like, well, of course I could. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, yeah. I like the idea that there is, that it looks enough like something that you could, but you have never encountered it before, so you don't know if you could. So you still have to try and experiment a bit.
I just love this music right here. I think I talked about it in the 30-day music. Because it's the music from Wonder Boy Monster World.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear him? Like,
hear what?
The little piggy lets out a little toot.
Yeah. You know, earlier, this probably only crossed my mind because I was using some footage from Taiko Legends for the new episode.
Yeah.
If that gives any clues as to what it could be about. It is not. It includes a version of. The episode includes a home port of a arcade game that is on Taito Legends. And so I was using Taito Legends to capture some footage of the arcade version. And the kind of menu music in Taito Legends, like, it has a pretty cool track in it. Like,
yeah.
But the beginning of the track starts off with like a very much a Space Invaders, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like, and then, you know, it kind of gets into this much more like, I don't know, I guess you'd call it a techno-y sort of track from there. You know, it gets much more loud and, you know, kind of fast-paced. But anyway, so some hours after that, you know, I mean, you know, I farted at some point, as you do, you know. This reminded me because you're talking about the pig letting down a little toot, you know.
Yeah. And that's
humans let out little toots every now and then too, you know, right?
Yeah.
You know, nothing to be ashamed of. You know, I mean, sometimes, you know, I think it's good for your gut. It ain't good to hold it in, right? But anyway,
you're not wrong.
I just like randomly thought like that, like the exact like pitch of the toot was like was like, you know, the first note of like, you know, the Space Invaders, like, you know, like, and that kind of made me wonder. I was like, I am not going to look this up, but I know there has to be like a YouTube version of the Space Invaders music, like,
just made fire sounds. Yeah.
Like I'm not going to look it up, but it must exist. It must exist.
I gotta wear the iron boots. Look at his face. Oh, come on. Yeah, oh yeah, farting around by Incom Tech. Kevin MacLeod. It's like, it's literally my son's favorite song. He asks me to play it all the time. I'll tell you one thing. I think it was must have been Thursday morning. I was trying to wake up the kids by bringing up a Mario 64 soundboard, and like yeah, just like, you know, just sometimes you just use it to like make sound effects or something like that. You know, get people just like laughing and you know, just kind of make them not want to fall back asleep. So sometimes like I'll bring up like fart sound apps or something like that. But I brought up a Mario 64 soundboard, and like and like nobody was amused but me. Like no, everyone was just like, stop it. Usually they're like laughing, but nobody was into it.
Like, what kind of sounds were you playing?
Just the
like, just like, let's go.
And yeah, but like nobody was into it, unfortunately.
Man, I don't know what it is, but I've like in the past like month or so, I've had like 2 dreams where I like found like brand new like 32-inch CRTs for sale in like a store.
Of all things.
Like a few days ago, I had this dream that I was like, it was like Costco. It was like a Costco type store of some kind. Like I just went to the TV aisle, and there was like sort of like a crappy like travel TV on like a smaller TV, like on a lower shelf, and then above it was just this nice 32-inch true 15 kilohertz CRT, you know, a bubble screen, but it had component and S video, and like it was like $600, and I would absolutely pay $600 for a brand new 32-inch CRT.
Yeah.
Like, no question about it. And, like, I just remember, like, I was so nervous, like, going, I like went back to like the, you know, the customer service area, like to ask, like, is this really a for real thing? Is it actually for sale? And I was like starting to get nervous, like, what if the one out there is like the only one they have, and like what if someone else is out there wanting to buy it right now too?
But then that wasn't the case at all. See, I've never had a dream about finding a CRT.
I far in the dream to discover if it was real in the context of the dream.
Never had a dream
I had
about
a
finding a
hard time
CRT.
waking up though, because I kept like kind of wanting to fall back asleep to see like, oh, what's going to happen. There was $5 from Hector Heckle. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying, discovered you guys a few months ago. Just want to say your videos are the highest quality on YouTube. They should be archived for future generations. Wow.
Well, thank you.
I guess hopefully someone somehow does that.
Preserve
hopefully
it.
YouTube can be,
Yeah, hopefully YouTube do it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. Not that I recommend stealing our videos and re-uploading them or anything like that. Not anytime soon, anyway. But thank you. You know, not that I necessarily have ambitions of it being preserved for future generations or anything like that, but like the video I'm working on now was like kind of brought up on like the reason it's like, well, no one talks about this in a way that made me feel like I understood what these games were actually like. So I'm going to make a video about that myself. I'm going to do it myself. So yeah, I'm not going to say what the video is until it's out. I'm holding myself to it. It's tempting. It's tempting to talk about it. It's tempting, but I'm not going to talk about it. You'll just find out on Friday or Saturday, hopefully, what it is.
Let me just, I'm just going to get these items done here, and then I'm probably going to call it.
It is not how to get the best picture out of your Nintendo Switch. It has nothing to do with picture quality. But of course, it has lots and lots of RGB capture. And RGB shot off of PVMs, but it is not a video quality episode. That is not what it is on. It is not about Space Invaders. But I did have cause. I had cause to capture some footage from a game on Taito Legends. And I had some cause to capture footage from The Tick. But it is not about either of those games, but I had cause to capture footage for them for the episode.
Or did I hold on the
It is
button?
not the 8.7 video. It has nothing to do with picture quality. It has nothing to do with aspect ratios.
Oh, unless I hit something on my controller.
Sandy
Turn it
will appear in it, but it is not 3 hours of Sandy. It'll be 30 minutes of something. It is a video that focuses on certain games for a certain console. I mean, I didn't mean that to be the vaguest statement ever. I mean, but I guess it is. I mean, what I'm trying to say is the game. I mean, you know, I captured.
What you're trying to say is like it's a video about stuff.
What I mean is the games are for one system. They're for one system. I mean, but when I say like I recorded the Genesis version of the Tick or the arcade version of a Taito game on PlayStation 2, it does not imply necessarily that the games I'm looking at are PlayStation 2 or Genesis. But it's a console.
Oh, my God. I think that could be it right up there. If I can get up to it without dying first.
There's like just over 10 games highlighted, I think. I have not played Hollow Knight. I mean, technically I've played like a minute of Hollow Knight. I popped it in my Switch when I got it, but I do not really have experience with it.
No, please don't appear. Oh, God. I gotta get the stupid iron boots off. You gotta be kidding me.
You hesitated way too much to go through there when there was just one bomb left.
I couldn't switch to the character and I need to get the boots off.
Yeah, but even before then, like, there was just one bomb and you were just standing there.
And then it reappeared when I couldn't get like the right combination of things. I'm pretty sure that the thing is going to be right there too that I'm looking for. I'm going to try it again. That's not right. I'm pretty sure there was like a blue treasure chest. And that's what I need, right?
I honestly don't remember. Like I said, I didn't even remember like crafting gems and stuff. Just got a 13-inch Trinitron, but was not aware of the damper wire. Didn't think it would be so distracting. What's a damper wire?
I don't know. That's a Steve Nutter question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so I need to put those iron boots back on. Look at that. What's it gonna be? We got some potential here. It's not a blue treasure chest, but it's like I think there's gems.
I remember that. I remember that.
That puzzle.
Seeing that in there, and it's like, oh, how you gonna get it?
No, it's a piece of legendary armor.
Real in place. What is distracting about it? How can you see the wire? I don't quite understand. Pokemon community game on Twitch? No, I'm not even. Is that like the old Twitch plays Pokemon or something different?
What is that?
I don't know. Shadow Mask is asking about if we played the Pokemon community game on Twitch. I do not know of this of which you speak.
You know, I might try out the Pokemon Shield now that I have like a second Switch, because you can only have one save file on the like on a system, or at least on an account. And my kids like started one, and I didn't want to like delete their game to start over from the beginning. So, and it's not transferable either. It's not. Well, you can transfer it, but you have to like make sure that like it doesn't support cause saves. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, so apparently this wire is something that you can see across the screen sometimes. You know, I see on my NEC VGA display, I see like in the top like third or so of the screen, I see like there's just like a scan line that looks misaligned somehow. And sometimes on like the 20L5 it can look that way too when it's in 480p, but I never notice anything that seems weird, like just when using 15 kilohertz.
That hurts me.
So I wonder if that's what I see on like that NEC VGA monitor. Like it just kind of looks like one scan line is like something's a little wrong with it. Like it just looks like one scan line is unevenly spaced. Is what I always thought it looked like. I never could figure out what is this. Why is it like that? Well, I'm not saying that the line is different at a different place. It's just that I just don't notice it or see it.
Gosh darn it! I couldn't switch before it was like too late.
Oh.
It took me forever to find it. Yeah, stop changing the stupid snake.
I've never heard anyone talk about that before, honestly. I think this game is a pretty good level of challenge overall.
Yeah.
Like it's hard, but it's nothing like ultra crazy.
How is that? I don't understand how it's hurting me. How far away do I gotta be?
Wire? Well, then I don't think it's anything I've noticed.
I don't know.
Is it on PVMs at all, or are we talking like consumer sites? Or are we talking like consumer sites?
So I guess I can do it. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna find. Can't do it. It's 11:30.
Huh?
Said I can't do it. I need more health or something.
Yeah.
What can I do? That's it. Well,
That'll do.
I think that's gonna do it. Thanks to everybody who joined us this week. Everyone who donated, thank you so much. And I hope everyone has a great week.
Yeah, and look for an episode. I feel fairly confident about Friday or Saturday.
Awesome. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Have a great night. Good night.
Good night.